there's a spot in there where there's a waterfall and there's a thermal pool, a cold spring, and it's this ledge, and it's probably 30, 40. And we got 3 toads in the back of the set.
Yeah.
3 toads.
There's one frog in there, hiding from him, that I saw.
Basically, handling the toads is generally fine.
I've never seen them push out the toxin just from being handled.
It's only when a sort of...
When someone tries to bite them.
And we do have water back in the car, so you can
some of those.
Some are a bit more prominent on the ground, and then you've got things like banditas with the cave drawers. So not on here, this is why I don't like field guide maps, but there is a distribution gap between NT and parts of the Kimberley, so...
You want to bang?
yeah. Oh, you can hold it.
So what one's this one?
Catch the right con. They usually don't bite, but
I've been developing.
72nd. Fantastic.
Get a bag, buddy.
Oh, that's good. These are the sort of species, because they're fossorial, you don't come across them very often.
Right.
So, all last year and this year, well, this half of the expedition, haven't got one. The year before, I think they got one. So, same as the Furinas. I got one last year at one of the last traps.
We got a load of Furinas in the first year.
Yeah, no, they...
Big wet.
Yeah, I mean, it could be linked to that. These guys are, I think the wet would play an important role because it'll be responsible for how dry the soil is.
You're a lapid man today.
Obscure lapid. They're not so deadly a lapid.
They're the ones I prefer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of things in there.
So it's a vulgar cane toad. I don't work with them in the Pilbara too often.
Originally, part of the natural system in South America, were used as a biocontrol across the Americas and ended up, well, they're now pests in Florida and a lot of the Pacific Islands.
Oh, there's one of the Crinia ones.
Oh yeah, he was just on that. So
And,
these... A species of Platyplectrum, but not the ones up here. Majority of the species we get here, you will get across Australia, the genus. Basically, every sort of drainage system, they've been finding species that potentially represent new ones. It's ongoing work, and it's probably going to be a lot further.
So what are the glands on the back of their heads about?
What are those glands called?
Products.
It hasn't been identified. They're not poison glands or anything.
The ant trying to eat him.
Yeah, the meat ants. So I think Simon does a during Simon's talk he does a bit of a spiel and covers these guys as well, so he's the main amphibian dude of the trip. So it's got awesome reds going through him. That is one that's known from this area. I can check the frog book when we get to the... It's like Latoria waddlemensis. It's another common one you generally get down on the west side.
What's that stripy one down there?
That is Masuda, or the rocket frog.
What's this one here? Another one of those.
Yeah, that's an enormous Crinia. That's what, 14 crinias. And the cane toad struggling to get out. Come on, you guys first.
You guys like mantises?
I think that dude Mark back at camp wants those, doesn't he? For his project?
Yeah.
What species was this?
Oh, we saw one of those yesterday.
I can show you in the book if you like. So you can see how variable these guys are, even just by the two images shown here. Both of these were taken at Mornington. So it shows you how sort of diverse, much like humans really.
Imagine if we all look like you.
Character. So those, if you look closely, you can see sort of like the ridges on the toe line. There's subdigital laminae. And if you look in the Gahara section of the book,
What does that mean? Subdigital.
these are basically those digit ridge lines sort of thing. They'd probably be similar to a fingerprint in how we've got these ridge lines.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's identified here. You have divided, and then what have they called it? Undivided. So up here, Australis. So with a lot of these books don't actually have a key. So if anything, they're more of like a picture book, because a lot of the characters aren't always covered in really close. You can see there's like a suture between the middle. I should actually have glasses on, but it's close, so I'm fine. So these guys are, if you look close, you can see that there's like a suture in the middle, and they're divided. So this front picture.
So that's this one,
Yep.
the top one.
Yep.
So and there's
So Australis is undivided, so it's not that.
Yep. With the new species that were described up here, they have like they're divided, and within them there's sort of small pads as well, like these guys here, and the way they're sort of laid out on the pad can determine the species as well. You can actually see the two eggs. I'll let you go, buddy. They just get
It's coming for you, Colin.
It's coming for Ryan.
No, that's
I can smell the fear.
I'll thong him. These are good ones, they've lasted a day.
But you're prepared to sacrifice them for defence.
So basically what we're looking at is their interactions with roadkill toads, particularly because a lot of these predatory species aren't active at night. So ours could be one that could be looked at, but determining presence and trying to survey for that's a bit more difficult. There is a mass abundance of kites throughout this strip and around the tip. There's about 30 or 40 of them that just hang around there. So
There's a lot of kites on this spot here, right?